I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart.
Okay, so this is gonna be a painful process because there's definitely a few things that I wish I never did or that I did differently. Let's say it rather like that. So, of course, I will put in a little disclaimer that obviously this will not be 100% a replica of how I used to do makeup, mainly just because I obviously don't have the exact same makeup anymore. Um, I mean this like concerning with foundation. Um, Back then I would only buy from the like cheapy shops, like things that aren't even named brand or even off brand. It's just there. And obviously now I use proper like name brand foundation, such as the Yardley. So that's one of the differences, and obviously there's a lot other processes in that I do before I even put on any eyeshadow or that. So I think I'm gonna start with the makeup that I would have done back in the day. And this, to keep it fair, I am gonna be doing a makeup look that I would do all the time when going out. And even now I have a specific look that I would do every time I would go out. It's like my go-to look. So I'm comparing the two go-to looks and kind of just comparing them in general. Like, obviously, the one is going to be a lot quicker, I can tell you that now, and the other one is a more lengthy process. So, without speeding it up, let's get into it. So, I think I'm going to do the one back in the day on my right side, and then on the left side I'll do or no, I'll do the other way. I'll do the left side as back in the day and my right side as how I would do it now. So, oh, it came out finally. Anyway, okay. So firstly, I would just put on foundation. I wouldn't even wet the sponge. I would keep it just like this, like hard. I would take the foundation and just straight up put it on my face with no cream, not even face cream whatsoever. I was not a fan of like face cream in that when I was growing up. For some reason, I never used face like products except for face wash. And I think that's because in my head, back in the day, in my head, I always thought that cream and stuff, as soon as I started sweating, it would make me break out. And I didn't have really bad skin growing up, but I did have times where my skin just broke out for no reason. And I always thought it was because I put cream on my face. So I'm just literally going hot, like half, as you can see. I wanted to draw a line, but I don't. Okay, I never used to do my ears. I never used to do my ears. I never did my neck. I would just plop it on, and I wouldn't actually tap in the foundation. I would literally swipe and pull, which you shouldn't actually do because it can make streaks, and obviously it doesn't feel that nice. But yes, so that's done. That's literally all I would do. That's foundation wise. That's like the foundation of my face. That's how I would do it. And then the next step of that I would what I would do is I would take a brush, and this I actually think is what I used to use. This one or this one, I can't remember. And a friend of mine told me that white on the eyelid always made my eyes pop. So that's something I always did. I always put on a lot of just plain white or silver, sparkly eyeshadow, and I would just put it all over my lid. Just want to grab a different brush. That brush sucks. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there it is. And I would literally just put it on all over my lid. Not even really caring where it goes. And especially this inner corner. So, yes. And I would just like pile it on. And usually I did wear a lot of mascara. So whatever mascara was left on from the day before, because I wouldn't wash it off properly. And that's probably why I had such bad acne at some points. And that would pretty much be it for that. Ugh. I would not curl my lashes. And then I would just go on with the mascara. And then go in and put that on. Still make weird faces. Here we go. And now we just slap on some mascara. And now there is something that I would do back in the day, but I don't actually have any of that. I used to put black eyeliner on my waterline because I thought I looked awesome with it. I just thought I looked so cool. But I don't have any because I don't do it anymore, of course, and I have now liquid liner. So I'm just gonna use eyeshadow to kind of replicate that same effect that I used to do. And that's that. Oh, and actually it would go a bit down. But yes, let me just fix that up. It didn't look like a complete drug addict. And that's pretty much it. Like, done. Oh, and I would always put on this lip gloss. This is actually still the same lip gloss. I would always put this on because I always thought it made my lips look amazing. And actually it's kind of gross because it's so sticky. And I remember my hair would get stuck in it and it was so gross actually. But I just loved the way it looked. And honestly, it's not a bad lip gloss. It really isn't. It's just the fact that it's so sticky, it irritates me. And the way I would pair this is I would wear a tank top, a black one. I had blonde hair, long blonde hair. And I would usually wear a cap as well. I was very into hats. There was a hat that my dad gave me that I unfortunately lost in the ocean when we went on holiday. But I used to wear that hat 24/7, and then I would wear these giant hooped earrings. I actually wonder if I have any here with me. I'll see. And then I will do like a full thing. And I obviously didn't have the second hole until I turned 18, I think, or 16. I can't remember now actually. But I loved giant hooped earrings. The bigger they were, the better. I loved giant hooped earrings, and now I actually despise them. I think at one point I did have like massive ones that would like literally like sit down here. I don't know why. It was very weird. I had very weird taste back then. But yes, a little bit of a backstory. So this would be it. This would be my go-to going out look. The white silver eyeshadow, a lot of it in the inner corner of my eye, black eyeliner, just some mascara, and I wouldn't even put blush on. I did not like the look of blush on me. And not really any color on my lips or anything. So yes. So now let's do this side the way I want to do it and how I would actually do it now. So I'm gonna speed through the process of my foundation because I have made previous videos on how I do those steps. So if you are wanting like a full step-by-step video, I would recommend watching my very first ever video where I do take you step to step on how I do my face. So yes, let me go do that real quick.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense.
Okay, so that's done. So how I usually do it, obviously there's already a big difference. I don't do my full face just yet, mainly just because I'm worried I'll fall out and then ruin the whole face. So using this palette that I got, I think from Discam or Clicks, or I don't know where, using this palette, I would usually go more like brownish orange colors. So I go in with this. Actually, I think a lot of you guys will remember this look. It's very similar to my very first video. So I go in obviously with the lightest shades, and then I carry on and go back and darken it up with the darker shades, and I start outside the corner of my eye and going inwards up just above my crease. And if you're wondering what your crease is, that's your crease. So I always remember it as just here, this fold in your eye. And then I take some browns and I just darken it up with some dark browns. And I also use this Royal Idols palette, and I use the browns in here. And now this is my go-to look that I would always do when going out. And then I just do like a small amount of black, just a little bit to darken that outer corner of my eye to bring more dimension. And you can probably see that it is quite similar to the look I would usually do. Oh, you would remember it from my very first ever YouTube video. So yes, it's very similar to that look. So yes, and then some more browns and just building it up. And then I would also use this Essence Bronzed palette, this mini eyeshadow palette, just for this little bit of brown, because I really like that brown. And then going into this palette, this one, I would go in with this Beauty Heritage, which is like a very shiny brown color. Go into that and put that on the lid just to bring some sparkles in. I would even use this brush just to intensify it. Now I will admit, I still do like the lighter inner corner, but I do more variety now. I don't just put in whatever I feel like just white. I do like using a lighter shade though, like this plain white with no sparkles. I love using this to just lighten up the inner corner, just to lighten it, and then I bring it up just like that and diffuse it, blend it, and look how pretty that looks. I mean, I still do the light inner corner, but I like the look of it. And now and again I will put on a little bit of sparkle just for the fun of it. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Sometimes I'll do a wing, sometimes I won't, sometimes I'll put false lashes on, and sometimes I don't. It kind of depends on how I feel. So, but this is the basis of what I would always use when going out. So just a nice round not neutral, but a nice brown eyeshadow look. And obviously another difference is that I'm not going in on my face with a dry sponge. This is a nice wet sponge. And yeah, I could have actually just done my whole face, but I didn't. So let me finish up my face. As I said before, if you want like a proper step-by-step of how I would do my foundation and my whole base, please go check the other videos and I'll get back to you.
When I keep dreaming I'll be famous,
but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing.
I got all this potential that's deep inside of me, but they hate when you're successful cause they try to be. They sit there being judgmental because you're trying things, and they just want you to settle and do the right thing. So get a good job, don't slack off. Wake up every morning, make a good impression on your boss. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do, and when you're making money, make sure you don't spend it too soon.
Okay, and then that's done. So this is the comparison. This is like 2016, 2015, 2014. I can't remember actually when I started doing makeup. I think I was 15, so 2015. So this is the one side. No color, no really dimension, nothing that like enhances my features. And then 2022 me. There's a lot of structure. You can even see the difference. Like the one side looks lifted and beautiful and like sassy. And then this side looks bleh. Obviously lips as well. Obviously I still do try to keep my lips more or less neutral. But obviously now I use a lot more color. I don't just use a lip gloss. I do my eyebrows now, I do contour, I do blush. I have a whole foundation routine with primer and foundation and wetting the sponge. All those small things actually do make such a huge difference, and you wouldn't think it does, but it really does. And not to say that you have to use high-end makeup or name brand makeup, because honestly I have done looks with cheapy foundation, cheapy eyeshadows and this and that. It's only once I started obviously getting my own money that I started broadening. I can't say that word. Wow. Like expanding my makeup kit and buying more name brand stuff because I can actually afford it without feeling bad because I work hard for it. So a lot of this stuff is actually still quite cheaply bought. Like, I mean, the eyebrow stuff is from Mr. Price. My glosses and stuff is usually, or my lipsticks and that are usually from Avon. And sometimes I get them for free and sometimes I do pay a bit for it, but it's not that much. If you compare it to a MAC lipstick, I mean, there's a huge difference. So I'm actually quite happy with my growth in makeup. I'm obviously now more open to new things, even though I don't like them. Previous video of comparing liquid and stick bronzer and highlighter, which I hated. So I think that was also my very first video. Yeah. Hint, hint at towards that. And I'm just more open to new things, and I like trying out new things and doing different concepts. And I do still have my little safe space, which is this. This is my scapegoat makeup look. But it's actually quite amazing to see how much growth has come since the beginning to this now. So I'm actually very happy with that. But yes, I am gonna be trying to recreate more of my older makeup looks. Comment down below if you would like to have that whole series of me recreating old makeup looks of mine and changing up a few things in them to obviously make them look a little bit better. and things I would have done differently. Comment down below if you actually want to see that. I'm pretty excited for that. So yeah. But anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'm sorry this video is a little bit longer. I just felt very weird getting back into it. I don't know, it felt just very strange and I was struggling so much to actually get into it. But I promise that the videos will get better and hopefully a little bit shorter. But yes, I hope you all have a wonderful day. And if you have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe, hit that notification bell and that like button and leave a comment down below just to say hi. But I hope you all have a wonderful week. Enjoy it and goodbye. I'll see you all soon. Bye.